Hello. Senran Kagura this time. Kinda sleepy, so depending, this might be a relatively short stream. But hopefully I can at least finish the chapter. I might be able to. Oh, I didn't. Alright, I grinded a bit. Off stream, not a ton. I didn't get anybody up to. Oh, I already have all this stuff, I guess. Oh wait, it's this stuff that I don't have. Yeah, I didn't get. At least I don't think I did. Let me check. I don't think I got anybody up to. Yeah, I don't think I did. Yeah, nah, almost though. Well, at least for Yang style. I didn't grind as much as I did last time because I got tired of it. Anyway, let's get to the story. From what I saw, it's starting with the beach episode. Also, again, I'm not going to be talking over the voice dialogue, but I will comment every once in a while on it. Well, we're playing with Hibari anyway, so I guess it's fine. Get to level her a bit. Oh, this is this kind, so I'm gonna have to voice some of it. Not yet. I'm not beaten yet. Yagyu. Hibari stares at me anxiously. It's alright. I swear I'll protect you. This cheap provocation has no effect on me. I carefully observe the movement of my enemy. Line of sight, breathing, heartbeat. The lightest change won't escape me. My opponent feeds me information without even knowing it, every second leading me to just the right move. For a split second her gaze shifts to the right. There's no time for second guessing. Immediately attack to the right. I chose the wrong move. The card I pulled is not in fact the Ace of Diamonds, but the Joker, the Old Maid. Katsuragi looks down at me triumphantly. So I think this might be a new scene to Burst. I don't remember it from the original. Of course, it's been forever since I played original Burst, but I'm pretty sure. Katsuragi advances on Hibari, laughing menacingly. Oh, forehead flick. I thought it was going to be something else considering it was Katsuragi. She hasn't been struck yet, but Hibari already looks miserable. My skull resounds with a mighty impact. This is well beyond any ordinary forehead flick. A microcosm of pain blossoms in my head. Also, let me know if the If voice acting is loud enough, I guess. Because I don't really know. I glare at the Joker in my hand. He lives in a society. Unforgivable. It's because of you, you damn jester. Well, he really does live in a society. I slowly crush the card. Katsuragi makes move to grab me. Interesting. I won't lose in hand-to-hand combat. Ikaruga's reproach lashes out at us. Quick glance around shows that all the other passengers are staring at us. Katsuragi apologizes and quickly takes her seat. As we settle down, the pleasant reverberation of the tracks prevents any awkward silence. The body sticks out her tongue playfully. I'm pretty sure this is new. I don't remember this background image or anything. No, probably the backgrounds are possibly redone, but I'm not sure. As the train leaves the tunnel, the scent of the ocean fills our noses. Neska peers out the window. It's that one Japanese copy pasta. I don't actually remember it by memory, but it's that one with the character from that one anime that I don't remember the name of. Familiar of Zero or something like that. I forget the character's name. Like a character that the copy pasta is directed at. But I do remember about the copy pasta at least. Katsuragi presses her nose against Asuka's body. Oh. The copy pasta is about her hair, but I guess this is a bit more extreme. Possibly. Sakuhara. I guess, yeah, probably putting in sexual harassment in this, like the word in this instead of, or I guess just generally not including it since it kind of has a more, at least in this context, it can have a more, what's the word? Serious context? The context isn't the right word, but I think you get what I mean. Asuka's voice rises as if she's being tickled. Hibari presses her nose against Asuka's body too. Karuga's voice roars through the car like thunder from on high. Entire car goes silent. All eyes settle on her. Forget it. I wasn't really paying attention. I couldn't figure out if she said watakushi. I think she did. I think it was watakushi. She droops her shoulders as if she's going to be punished. The only reason I bring it up is because, I guess, since I know, I think it was Tsukinomito uses watakushi. Anyway, we're taking this train to the beach. Not for a mission though. For a genuine vacation. When Master Kiria told us to go to the beach, we were so confused we didn't know what to say. At my question, Master Kiria responded flatly. Somehow I understood what he meant. The fight will only grow more intense. Before that happens, it would be best for us to build some memories, simply as students. I was grateful for Master Kiya's consideration. So for today at least, we'll forget about the fighting. Forget about falling into Hebijo's trap. That day, Hebijo's ruse had separated us. The true purpose had been to lure us out and leave Hanzo Academy relatively defenseless. Ibare and I rushed back to the school in a panic to find dozens of lesser Hebijo shinobi lying defeated in the courtyard. We saw Asuka, Ikaruga rather, and Katsuragi standing nearby. Ibare asked as she gestured to the piles of unconscious bodies. The others shook their heads. And it couldn't have been Master Kiria. He'd already said he wasn't getting involved. So then who? Oh, this is probably what's-her-face. The, Bancho type. With the JoJo hair. Someone had, well, Jutaro, rather, specifically. Someone had successfully defended Hanzo Academy, but the question left me feeling uneasy. Oh yeah, here she comes. We heard a voice from somewhere. We surveyed the area, but its source remained hidden. There she is, yeah. I kind of wonder if she's going to be playable. I think in Burst she becomes playable after you finish the main campaign. I don't really like playing as her because she's really slow, but she's also really strong. At this response, we exchange glances. Daidoji is the legendary senior. Senpai, they probably said there. She has unfathomable speed and power, and was ready to take the final exam as a freshman. But for some reason, she never graduated and continues to be held back. I was gonna look at something. What was I gonna look at? I don't remember. I forgot what I was gonna look at. I was gonna look at something in OBS, but I don't remember what. How back. In other words, she's the strongest active student yet none have seen her at school for the past few years. Hibari piped up, her eyes still searching. Hibari's face clouded over with anxiety. With that, our sense of Daidoji's presence simply disappeared. Yeah, probably she's gonna be unlocked at the end of this campaign. And then Hebijo's character, well, unlockable character is gonna be unlocked the same way, probably. I don't remember if I've ever finished Hebijo's campaign in Burst. Original Burst for 3DS. I think I might have, but I don't remember. I change into my swimsuit in the dressing room and step out, squinting in the light of the summer sun. The sky overhead is clear and blue. The ocean spreads out endlessly before us. Even though I'm not good with the sun, I can't help feeling excited. Mizugi check. Katsuragi stands in front of the dressing room, clad in a blue bikini. In fact, Katsuragi ordered us to wear halter-neck bikinis before we even left for the beach. They seem to be her fetish of choice for this year. It almost feels like she's licking me with her eyes. Asuka appears with a towel wrapped around her body. Katsuragi immediately pulls off Asuka's towel. Underneath is a multicolored striped bikini tightly restraining her large bust. Karuga steps out of the dressing room clad in a simple dark brown bikini. Brown? Pretty sure, at least in Burst, it was dark blue or something. Navy blue or whatever. Karuga ignores Katsuragi's watering eyes and walks briskly in the direction of the beach. Hibari springs out of the changing room. You could hear, like in the after the first sentence, I guess, you could hear that kind of inhale with saliva. Like she's been drooling or something. Katsuragi appears on the verge of fainting. I can't go along with this anymore. As it happens, Hibari and I are wearing the same color. Pure chance, but it still makes me a little happy. Ah, here it is. No, I guess technically it is kind of brown. Maybe I just saw it as blue or something. So I think I'm pretty sure this CG was an original Burst. Though I don't know if it was this one specifically. I feel like it might have been. Asuka runs toward the water. Actually, yeah, it might have been this one since the aspect ratio is a bit different from the game itself. Asuka runs towards the water. Katsuragi and Hibari follow right behind her. I head for the beach too. The warmth of the sand on my feet feels nice. I sit down on the sand and watch the others play in the surf. Tomorrow we'll be back to constant training, preparing a fight against Taibijo. But this is good for now. Even for a little while, we can forget everything and enjoy ourselves, just like normal girls. So I forget it all too, for today. Hibari waves for me from the edge of the water. I stand and wipe the sand from my posterior. I give myself over to the pleasant sea breeze and head for the ocean. I forget if the backstory for the characters gets into, or if it gets into the backstory for the characters in Burst. I feel like it might have, but I don't know. Or if that was in Estival. Or not Estival, Shinobi. It might in Burst. I guess it would make sense for it too, since it's kind of focusing on these characters. The body I'm counting on. Oh, wait, no. These are voice acted. I might turn up the volume a bit, hold on. On OBS specifically. Actually, did I already have these unlocked? I don't remember. If not, then these might unlock with this mission. These probably were already unlocked by default. Itate. I don't know what that means. Okay. But yeah. Beach episode before getting back into actual story, which I guess is the usual structure. Sometimes anyway. Hold on, I think I'm gonna... Never mind. I said I was gonna say that I think I was gonna sneeze, but I don't think I am. It feels like I can possibly sneeze later. Well, these are enemies from Festival. I keep messing up the timing. There we go. By the way, I switched to Frantic in order to level it up. There we go. And I should be able to level it up at least one level just by this mission, I think. Though I won't get A rank or anything, probably. But yeah. Alright, I need to check for those things. I'm pretty sure there was some. Hold on. Not what I meant to do. I meant to unlock on, or lock off, I guess. I guess that one's not an actual barrel. Yeah, those are background barrels. It's these. Not this one either. What was that? Oh, I guess they can break them too. Oh, it's just background stuff. Yeah, probably it'll have that thing to go to that other area over there, since it did show that in the background. And if there is those things, it'll be in that area probably. No, wrong timing again. By the way, all I ate today was... I guess technically I had two things. One at like 4 or 3 AM. And the other one just an hour ago. Yeah, it is into that area. But yeah, an orange and a sandwich. Small ham sandwich. Let me run around this area real quick to check for anything else. Yeah. It's kind of out of focus, wasn't it? I'm gonna have to retry it. Probably shouldn't have done Flash or whatever. Yeah, I'll just do regular. I didn't see if it had any of those things. Oh, I don't remember if I saw that barrel there. But yeah, I switched. I think I might have mentioned last time that the reason I switched right away to transformed is to level it up. Since you only get it when you're transformed. EXP for it. But yeah. Kinda wanna switch to one of the other characters that are in this, that aren't in this storyline. I think in this game they're DLC characters. And they do have story in that DLC. So might, probably will play those storylines. On stream, I mean. Possibly. Yeah. To be honest, part of the reason I don't play Senran Kagura super often, I forget if I mentioned that I don't play it very often, is that it's kind of repetitive. I guess that's just a general thing of Musou games. So it's another game where I mostly play it because of the story. Like, full on because of the story, not even the meme of watching it for the plot. Because it does, I've already mentioned before that I do think it has some pretty good story stuff to it. But everything else about it is kind of whatever. Nice characters, pretty alright story. Oh, I think I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, never mind, maybe not. Yeah. And good fan service. Bad timing again. There we go. Yeah. I kinda want more different types of games in Senran Kagura series. Like different genre stuff, I mean. Though a lot of it I don't know what it would be good as, I guess. Fighting game as mentioned in one of the previous streams for sure. Probably it would work well as something like I think I mentioned it last time too. Arcana Heart, since that one has a lot of verticality to it. And then again, maybe something slower paced. Almost Souls-like even. But maybe not. Maybe a regular RPG even. I don't know if that would work as, or I don't know if it'd be as interesting. I was gonna say this is taking forever, but that's probably because I'm not using any of the abilities. Which would definitely speed it up a bit. Oh, there we go. Let me see if I can find some healing items. I remember there was some in this area, but I think it was this one. Yeah. I don't know if there's a one-on-one fight in this one, in this area. Or in this mission, rather. I don't think there is. Usually it shows the character that it'll be against in the thing. And I didn't see one, so probably not. Speaking of Senran Kagura, I kind of want to get into BB Tag. I played a bit of it a few months ago, but I wasn't super into it or anything. Partially because I don't really like auto combos that much, and then also because I don't like tag fighters that much. Oh. Maybe these. Not on those, at least. Unless here? No, that's nothing. No, it seems like maybe not. Yeah, probably not. Someone's calling me, but I don't know who. It's an 800 number though, so it's either someone, like a job that I applied to, or a scam. I guess I'll know if they leave a voice message. Or voicemail or whatever. Same thing. Oh, timing again. There we go. Hopefully it is someone calling from somewhere that I applied to and needing a job. I could mention... No, I didn't mention. I'm not gonna mention it. It's kind of private stuff, I guess. Not super private or anything, but still. But yeah, I do need a job soon. No voicemail yet. Oh, this is probably the start of that arc. Unless that was in Shinobi. I'm pretty sure it was this one though. Burst, I mean. Yeah, that's probably the start of this arc. Yeah, it is this game. D rank. Alright, quick fall one. I guess there weren't any of those. Oh yeah, that you do unlock them with these, I guess. I'll probably only be able to unlock one of them right now. I'll go with Karuya's, I guess, since hers I kind of like the most. And Asuka's, I guess. Also, I wonder if I should do the... Wait, what difficulty do I have these on? Oh, I have them at the highest difficulty. Oops. I guess that explains it. Yeah, I was gonna say I wonder if I should do the free missions on stream. I might after doing the story. Like full story for this one. Oh, oops, I accidentally did it highest difficulty again. Oh, another one of these. I'm in my favorite cafe in the shopping district. I order my 10th parfait. I guess, or I think this is what they call stress eating. I guess she's also the big eater character archetype. I can't stop fidgeting and my mind is in a haze. The shop window's been polished to a mirror shine so I can stare at my own scrunched up face. I'm so angry. Why am I angry at? Myself. In class today I messed up my technique about 15 times and I dragged everyone else down with me. 2 days ago I messed up 8 times, then 12 yesterday, 15 today. At this rate it'll be 20 times tomorrow. Normally you cut down on those mistakes, but I just keep messing up more and more and I can't stop thinking about how pathetic I am. Maybe if I just drop out I won't keep getting in everyone else's way. With a shocked look on her face, the waitress brings me my 10th dessert. The moment she sets it on the table, I scarf it down. Sweets are the best way to relieve stress. But it's not enough. No matter how many I eat, it's just not enough. The amount of stress I've built up must be incredible. As I start to order my 11th parfait, the table is suddenly riddled with shuriken. There's no space between riddled and with. I look up at the ceiling and see a lesser shinobi clinging there. Her clothes have a Hebijo logo. A camouflage barrier appears. I know that means it's time for battle. The lesser shuriken, or rather the lesser shinobi throws another volley of shuriken. I knock the table down and use it as a shield. I immediately move to throw the shuriken back. Huh? The shinobi on the ceiling has disappeared. By the time I realize that it's too late, the lesser shinobi comes from behind and binds me. I fell for the oldest trick in the book. It's so pathetic I feel like crying. But I can't give up. I have to do this on my own. How do I get out of this? I frantically rack my brain for ideas. Suddenly the shinobi behind me goes limp. As Yagyu's voice reaches my ears, the shinobi slumps to the ground. She's taken down the lesser shinobi with a single blow. She then pokes the lesser shinobi with the umbrella. But there's no sign of movement. The lesser shinobi seems to be unconscious. I don't thank her at all. I just leave. I keep walking, wanting to be alone. I stop and glance over my shoulder. She looks at me with eyes wide. So yeah, her character arc, I guess, is becoming more independent, while Yagyu's is trying not to baby Hibari so much. Yagyu looks genuinely troubled. But once I've started, I can close my mouth. I start my swift walk again, leaving her behind. I went too far. She had come to help me. The guilt is already building up inside me. I should go back and apologize. As soon as I decide that, I turn back around, but Yagyu's nowhere to be seen. As I stand alone, something falls from my clothes. It's a plant in the shape of a coiled spring. It must have gotten caught on my clothes when that shinobi grabbed me from behind. Master Kiria taught us about it. It's a type of fern called malice weed. The only place it grows in this region is a sea of trees. The area is known as a suicide spot, so no one goes near it. Oh, so maybe it's that. Like, that's the implication. That it's not actually that. But the evil shinobi kinda make it seem like it to kinda throw them off their trail, kinda, maybe. Maybe. No, definitely. Ebijo Academy must be in that forest. Sea of Trees is a bigger forest than I'd imagined. Light barely seeps through the jagged branches overhead. Cold air drifts by my feet, chilling me in spite of the summer sun. Every turn I take looks exactly the same. If a civilian wandered into this place, they'd never find their way out. Every so many steps I tie a piece of rope to a tree. That's how shinobi navigate in the wild. I also scatter colored grains of rice in the ground. We use this 5-colored rice to leave messages for our shinobi allies. I think I've been wandering for about an hour by now. I happen across a patch of malice weed. There's no sign of Hebijo Academy anywhere. Did I overthink this? Did I misunderstand? Just as disappointment sets in, I feel a change in the air. The malice weed has started spewing toxic smoke. They told us the plant was poisonous, but no one ever said it could actually spray that poison. Has Hebijo created a modified strain? I fall to my knees. I don't know what to do. I don't know what I can do. The toxic smoke builds up around me. I find myself thinking of Yagyu. I can almost hear Yagyu's voice. One sec, let me drink some water quick. I kind of feel something in the back of my nose. Okay. Water escape technique. That's right. I learned it just recently. I was having a hard time with the bamboo pipe, and I took it out on Yagyu. The water escape technique is archaic, I thought. Why a bamboo pipe in this day and age? Wouldn't the snorkel work better? Can't somebody get with the times? I got so frustrated I threw my pipe. Then Yagyu spoke to me softly. Yagyu shook her head at me.
修行をして強くなっても呼吸系の攻撃を食らえば一発で終わりだ。
He picked up the pipe I threw him down.
水遁の術は水の中に潜るだけの技術じゃない。土の中に埋められても毒ガスを食らってもこの忍術を覚えておけば生還できる。
I took the pipe she held out to me.
竹筒はいつも持っておけ。危ないと思ったらすぐに加えるんだ。
I quickly closed my mouth around the pipe. Yaki's teachings echo in my head. The malice weed's poison is heavier than air. I point the pipe upward and breathe. My lungs taking clean air. I'm going to be okay. Thank you, Yagyu. Even without being at my side, you've still helped me. I regret what I said all over again. I was really mean to her. Still have stuff stuck in the back of my nose. Well, not stuck in, but... Oh, I remember this area. I move beyond the malice wheat field and come across come upon a brutal wasteland. I'm mostly stuttering because I'm kind of focused on kind of scratching the back of the inside of my nose, using the back of the inside of my nose, kind of like contracting it in the back, I guess, and moving it around. I hide in a nearby tree. Ahead I see a large group of heavy drill students training brutally hard. There's the girl cat I fought earlier. I'm pretty sure her name's Yage. There's another shinobi at her side too, with an unsettling aura. The two continue to chat while watching the other shinobi students. No doubt about it. I found it. I really found it. This is Hebijo Academy. Now we don't have to just wait for them to attack. We can go on the offensive. I'll bet everyone will be glad to hear about this. I won't be a burden to them anymore. I've done something to help them. I gingerly take a step back. All I need to do is get out of here without being detected. I see another Hebijo shinobi standing there. Oh, this might be a one-on-one fight with Mirai. I try to escape, but I'm surrounded by lesser Hebijo shinobi. They cut off my escape in a flash. So I think this might be using stuff from the 3DS game. Because this kind of looks a bit different from stuff from the current Senran Kagura stuff, or the more recent stuff rather. Especially how the bodies are drawn. Like they're drawn kind of, I guess, slimmer, and how they're drawn in current stuff. At least that's my perception. I could be wrong. I put on the bravest face I can. I left a trail of 5 colored rice on my way here. Even if something happens to me, the others will come, so I don't have to make it back alive. But I can't afford to die here either. I said mean things to Yagyu. I have to see her again and say sorry. And I can't do that unless I live through this somehow. I drop into a defensive stance. The heavy Yoshinobi flashes a fearless grin. I shout more for myself than anyone else. Yeah, I think this is going to be a one-on-one with Mirai. Well, in addition to the regular fights. I forgot that Mirai was like this at the beginning. Kind of too used to her kind of otaku-ish personality. Not super otaku, like, what's her name is way more. Yeah, more used to that kind of characterization from the later games. So the way the skirt falls, I don't really like it, because it falls a bit too wide, you know. Kind of prefer if it went like straight down. It's probably like something to do with the physics, or to make it not clip as much or something. Yeah, probably it's to keep it from clipping too much. I need to blow my nose. I don't have any tissues with me. Oh yeah, it is like that. Not that. I don't know what I meant to do. Not that. Unless it's like in a different area or something. Is there any more? Oh, there's that one. No. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be in this area. Oops. Oh, that one was just completely facing the wrong direction. At least I have the timing mostly down. kind of wish it would switch to, like, switch the lock on to the one that's attacking you when you do that parry. Speaking of parries, I kind of want to get good with parrying in Third Strike, Street Fighter. I'm really only good at doing it against Hadouken. Occasionally I can do it against like regular attacks, but usually it's on accident. Because I kind of have a bad tendency to hold forward instead of back. I guess they have a counter too. Not a counter, but like a wake up attack, I guess. I really need to blow my nose. It's not like dripping or anything, but I can feel it there at least. So in other words, I don't have drip. Actually, does that? No, I guess not. Because I saw it looks like it's healing. It might be from the red health or whatever. Red damage. The type of damage that you can just regen. Might be that. I think there's also that in fighting games. Well, some of them anyway. I don't know how many though. Yeah, I also want to practice with Ryu in Street Fighter. Street Fighter 5 specifically. Because I did pretty alright with him in... Like I was playing it off stream. And I did pretty good with him. Specifically in Third Strike, but I want to practice in 5. So I feel like I possibly could get good with him. Might have to pause the stream after this mission. Unless I just stop here or something. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pause to use the restroom pretty much. I'll stop in a bit. Maybe I should just pause here. Also, I should maybe not just focus on countering and actually attack more. Yeah, maybe not focus, but like use the counter as an actual counter. Wait, why is it launching now? Like doing the second launch, I mean. Or maybe it goes up once you... Or not once you, but like... Oh, never mind, it's not doing a second launch. I just thought it was. Can't believe I'm pro and epic at this game. But I don't think that's really saying much. There we go. There's healing. Yeah, it's probably good to get rid of the archers first since they kind of get in the way of combos. Not that one. Where are they? Oh, here they are. Just running into a wall. I have healed more somehow. I wonder what it is. Because I know one of the things that you unlock with the stuff, the style levels, is healing from attacks, but I think that's like one of the last ones on... Yeah, I think it's the last one on what was it? Not... I keep wanting to call it burst style, but that's not what it's called. Flash style. Or frantic, rather. I think it was flash style in another game. I didn't flash in Shinobi. Could be wrong about that though. More spawning. Oh right. They get that move. I'm getting the combo amount, I guess, wrong. Almost. There we go. Not just this one. Also, the air rave isn't always the best for... Not air rave, but the dash. I guess it is in a one-on-one. I might have missed the thing. Yeah, I'll pause the stream on the results screen. Actually, I might pause it right now. Yeah, I'll pause it right now. Hold on. This one, right? Yeah. Hello, I'm back. Actually, let me get a bit closer. Not closer, but further towards the edge, I guess. Or further in, rather. But yeah, back to the story. Oh, I forgot that it's showing the ones that I equipped in the story. Or rather, I guess I kind of forgot that I had put that on her. So I guess no one-on-one fight. Unless that's the next one or something. I was gonna make a reference to Bakami Tai, but I decided not to, I guess. Oh, I guess it is gonna be a one-on-one. So I kind of forgot that there's actual guns in this game, even if they usually show like what's it called, more colorful shots, I guess. But they pretty much are just guns. Like Meat Eyes is full on just a Tommy gun attached to an umbrella. And that one she pulls out from under her skirt, but that's different, I guess. Like the big gun, machine gun type thing. I'm gonna switch to middle difficulty. Just for the sake of story, I guess. Well, since I'm doing this more for the story rather than showing off my epic. Oh, it's another one of these. Just how long have we been here? A minute? An hour? I've lost all track of time. I sit on the bench in the dim hospital corridor, my mind fuzzy. Everyone in Master Kiria's shinobi class is next to me. Nobody says a word. But I know they're all worried about Yagyu. It's not just that she's critically wounded. The bullet was coated in poison. All the doctor said before he went into the operating room was, she's very much at risk. It's my fault. It's all my fault. What'll I do if she dies? Asuka mutters, seeming to no one in particular. Cat replies, barely audible. No one says anything else. Time seems to stretch out forever. I wish they'd just come right out and say it. It's my fault. I'm the one to blame. I should be the one dying instead of Yagyu. I'd feel so much better if someone said that. Everybody's kindness and concerns are just dead weight to me right now. I hear footsteps approaching from down the hall. We all stand up in unison. A female nurse comes running up. And her smiles and answers Master Kiria. Relief floods Asuka and Kat's faces, and they hug each other tightly. Master Kiria lets out a big sigh of relief, and Ikaruga gently swabs away tears from her eyes. Since Yagyu will be sleeping off the anesthetic for a while, we decide to leave for the day. I feel like that scene might have been a bit more impactful if they actually showed the time stretching out, I guess. Like if they kind of stretched out the scene. Though I guess that probably would have been more easy to do in animation format, I guess. Or if it was like an actual cutscene. Like cutscene as in how they do it in like... I guess they don't do that kind of cutscene in these games. The kind that are in like... I guess AAA type games. All the scenes, I guess, are more in visual novel format, even if they're not exactly this kind of visual novel stuff. Yeah, stretching it out would have made it a bit more impactful. At least in my opinion. I can see Asuka's worried. She doesn't want me to be alone. Once I say that, I turn my back and run off. Yagu's going to be okay. But that's not the end of this. I have to take full responsibility. I have to defeat that Mirai. I have to exact revenge for Yagyu. Oof, this background is really good. I really like it. And there's Mirai. I guess, yeah, there's Mirai. I guess it's all the Hebijo characters. I can only see Hikage, Mirai, and Homura on there. On this thing. I leave the hospital and wander aimlessly through the urban night. That way I might run into someone from Hebijo. I turn around to see Master Kiria. I'm not sure how to answer him. Alright, on the mark. I never could keep secrets from him. I nod sheepishly. I reply immediately. It's the first time I've ever argued with him like this. I try to say it as clearly as I can, but Master Kiria's face grows stern. I'm about to get yelled at. I try to prep myself for it. I gape at him in shock. The super secret ninja art scroll is the treasure of Hanzo Academy. Is it okay for someone like me to even touch it? Heck, I don't even know where it's being kept. He's talking about the secret cipher of shinobi. Passwords to distinguish friendly shinobi from enemies. The well-known one is when one says mountain, the other answers river, Something like that. He's right, of course. There's nothing else I can do. After Master Kiria and I separate, I head back to Hanzo Academy. I look around the entire school campus searching high and low, but I can't find a single clue. The only place I haven't searched is the principal's office. I feel awkward as anything sneaking in there, but now's not the time to worry about protocol. I enter the office and check every nook and cranny. In doing so, I find a door that won't open. It leads to the faculty room next door. The door that leads to the faculty room. Something's up. I have a weird feeling I just can't shake. Why is the door to the faculty room locked? Could it be? I grip the doorknob, then, just like a shinobi contraption being released, a voice comes from the door. Spy? What's that supposed to mean? I tilt my head, trying to recall Master Kiria's words. Oh yeah, this must be the sign. What's the response to spy? I gulp. If this door really does lead to the super secret ninja art scroll, of course the security is going to be serious. It'll probably only give me one guess. One mistake and it's game over. Spy. 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 I run it through my head over and over again. Then it hits me. This has to be it. Fear makes my voice quaver. Spy and assassin were the names given to early ninjas. I hear the sound of a lock disengaging. I pump my fist. Beyond the door is a hidden shelf, upon which lies a rolled up scroll. I take it in my hand. It's both prettier and heavier than the scrolls we use, laced with fine embroidery, and the quality of the paper is unbelievable. All of a sudden, Master Kiria is there with me. He nods deeply and hands me a map. I brandished the scroll and answer loudly. I will avenge Yagyu. It's alright. I can do this. With the scroll I should be able to use more secret ninja arts than ever. Maybe I could take on all 5 heavy elites at once. I will take them down myself. They've been nothing but trouble for everyone so far. And now's my chance to make it up to them. And I will change what I don't like about myself. I bow deeply to Master Kiria, then I start following the map. As Hibari drops out of sight, a small shadow approaches Kiria. It's Haruka. A twist. So I guess it makes sense that, yeah, she would have been watching her for a while, I guess. And then, since she already has puppets and it's shown that she has one of herself, it's probable that she'd make one of other people. Or make some of other people, rather. And then use that to her advantage.
所のことを。あなたの先生が教えてくれたの。
ひばり、よくやった。さあ、超秘伝忍法書を渡せ。
His face really is a complete different style from everyone else. I guess part of it is that his eyelashes are a different color than everyone else's. And then the shading, I already mentioned that last time though.
まさかくぐっ。
ひばりはバカだからな。俺の言うことならすぐに信じると思っていたぞ。
しかしこんなにあっさりと騙されるなんて、あなた本当に忍びには向いてないわ。どういうことなの？超秘伝忍法書の場所に関しては不調って手がかりだけは掴んでいたのよ。だったらあなたたちに探させればいいって思ったの。許さない。キリア先生の姿を使って騙すなんて絶対に許さない。許さなかったらどうするの？あなたに何ができるっていうのよ。ひばりにはこれがある。超秘伝忍法書。
Actually, thinking about it, I kind of would want to see Senran Kagura with like kind of regular 2D visual novel sprites, where they change the expressions with the thing, with the different tones, I guess, as opposed to using these 3D models for them. I guess using these 3D models is better for I guess, what's the word? Production value, kind of. And it's also more, I guess, economical, I guess, since you don't have to make those models, the 2D models. Especially with how, I guess, with how these look, I guess. A 2D model might not, well, I guess you get what I mean. Just you don't have to draw 2D models and just keep using these, I guess.
それを使って一人で戦うつもり？
Though still, I do think it would be interesting or cool to see those kinds of sprites or whatever. Maybe if they ever make an RPG or something, but I kind of doubt one will be made.
そうだよ。超秘伝忍法書さえあればあなたなんかに絶対負けない。そうかしらね。だったらやってみたら？どうなったって知らないんだから。何か書いてあった？なんで？どうして？何も書いてないの？超秘伝忍法書はあなた程度の忍びが使えるものじゃないのよ。そんな。それは私たちヘビ女が持ってこそ価値があるもの。さあ、超秘伝忍法書を渡しなさい。
So I wonder if you can check the mission objectives or whatever from the pause menu. I might try that to see if there's any of those document things here.
本当に話のわからない子ね。頼みの超秘伝忍法書が役に立たなくて一体どうするつもりなのよ。
Also, that colored, not really outline, but like for the shading, I really like how that looks. Where it's kind of actually more of a reddish color than the blue of the actual uniform. And that looks really cool, or really nice at least.
ひばりは自分の力で戦う。超秘伝忍法書がなくたってあなたたちなんかに負けない。
I wonder if that's done with the lighting stuff or something.
ヤギオちゃんの敵を撃つんだ。みんなに今までの恩を返すんだ。
Like I think this outline right here, or highlight rather, is also done with lighting.
いい顔をしてる。やっぱりあなたいいわ。絶対に私のお人形にしてみせる。
I think I'll do this in frantic. Also, I think this one might be a one-on-one. Oh yeah, since it's on the rooftop, it's definitely a one-on-one. So I like this music. Oh yeah, I guess it's just one-on-one. Oops. Right. I got the timing wrong again. Hold on. I really have the timing off again. I guess it's been a while since It has been a while since I fought her, but... Still. Oops. Well, I guess... yeah, it's probably fine if I just do regular. Since you don't get much XP from these one-on-one only ones. Yeah, I'll just do regular. But yeah. I'll just do regular. I need to get better at countering her too. Come on. There we go. That one's probably a healing item there. Nice. Also, I was gonna say, I wonder if it expanded it that way, the map, in that direction over there. But I guess not. Nick over onto that rooftop that I'm looking at. Yeah. It would be cool if it had like a way bigger map like that. But I get why they wouldn't. I forget if... Oh yeah, we have seen hers. Also, you can see her, the outline on her mouth on that close up. Like around her mouth, I mean. See if you can see it on hers. Yeah, you could see it. Oops. Oof. Being so close to the wall really messes with the camera. Bad timing again. Oh, that one's fast. There we go. Well, that's a different attack than what I messed up on. I wasn't expecting to be able to block so soon. Also, her drop attack is fast. Keep doing the wrong timing for that one. There we go. Nice. Okay, this... Yeah, probably I'll be able to do that. If I get the timing right. I'll try to do it like right towards the end. This will probably be like C rank or something. Oof. At least I'm getting these. This will probably do it, right? Or not. Oh, now it's doing that one. It hadn't been doing the second close tear for some reason. Skipping straight to the third one. But yeah. Actually, I should maybe look at the models to kind of figure out how it's done on these. So I can kind of get some ideas on how to do it in Blender. Like for this one, some of it probably is attached. The bangs might be disconnected. Possibly. I wonder how this hair is connected to her head. Oh, hello. I just finished this fight. Yeah, kind of. No, you did miss some story. Oh, that arc is in this game then. The Hibari retrieval arc. But instead of it being the edgy kid, it's the usually happy kid. I wonder if Hibari's locked off now. I think it locks off the characters in original burst, but I don't know if it does in this one. Like when it gets to that. I guess I'll check. She's probably not gonna be in that thing, right? Yeah, she's usually like right here. Well, now she isn't. So I'm kind of hungry. Even though I already ate. I guess I didn't eat anything big or anything, but still. Oh. And her thing isn't here either. Her plush thing that she fights with. Or fights using. Oh, because there's no like branching anything in this, so I just keep it on the same one. Oh, I guess you can still play as Hibari. But yeah. Usually if there's no branching saves or anything, I'll just save on the exact same one. But I guess sometimes I will just keep them all the same regardless. So that's 3 in a row that has done this kind of main. She might be ult 4 rather. But yeah, usually I just keep up in one slot for, I guess, just so I can kind of for like readability, I guess, so it doesn't like all stack up. Anyway, as I'm called to the north gate, I see Haruka and a Hanzo shinobi standing there. She must be the one called Hibari. She's huddled next to Haruka, cringing like a small animal. That's probably like the proper use of cringe. Haruka holds out the super secret ninja art scroll. I finally have the scroll in my hands. Yeah, true. Usually people think of that usage of the word rather than the proper one. But I don't have much spite, I guess, for that. Because the meaning of words does change over time, so it's fine. At least I think so. I glance at Hibari. She had her scroll stolen, and now she wants to transfer here. I bet there's a reason for that. She most likely wants to infiltrate our school and steal it back. I glare at Hibari. She gulps. She looks somehow disappointed at that. Oh, this is gonna give like, I guess kind of background on Hebijo. How they do things and operate and whatever. I guess that's the same thing, but still. Iwata gives me a small nod. Iwata stares me right in the face as I go on explaining. Haruko nods along. Hibari still looks confused. My words make her eyebrows go up a little. She's still a novice. She can't hide how nervous she is. Someone has to carry out all the necessary evil in the world. If there were only good shinobi, who would do the dirty work? Life isn't all sunshine and rainbows. Without outlaws, there'd be no society. I place the super secret ninja art scroll in my cleavage and walk away towards the castle keep. I have to look over the paperwork for the new students today. It's part of my duty as shinobi student leader, and yeah, it's as tedious as it sounds. My room is on the top floor of the castle keep. There's a stack of admission documents a mile high sitting on the bookrest inside. I sigh and resume checking them over, one by one. Those who weren't accepted to good shinobi schools, dropouts, students who came from evil shinobi backgrounds, everyday hooligans, all the usual suspects. Hebijo scouts network all across the country and secretly headhunt these types. I press the home with a stamp in the pass column for every last one of them. No one gets turned away from Hebito. That's why this work is so mindless. I halt in mid-stamp. This one's picture gives me an odd feeling.
この顔どこかで
When I look at this girl's face, I start feeling sick, and I don't know why. I look at the entry under reason for application. There's a girl I want to kill. My brother was assigned to assassinate her, but she crushed him. I will never forgive that bitch. I will tear her limb from bloody limb if it's the last thing I do. I feel like I've just been hit in the face. Could she be... A whole flood of memories comes rushing back to me. It's funny to think about, but I haven't always been an evil shinobi. I actually come from a long line of good shinobi. I've been in cram school since first grade, so that I could enroll into top shinobi school. There's probably... Oh. Yeah, in that case, yeah, it's more... Most likely it'll be localization. The localized meaning of it, rather than the actual meaning of it, unless they're going for a joke or something. Hold on, let me drink some water real quick. My throat hurts a little bit. I was in middle school when the incident happened. Through the school I had a personal tutor named Komichi. He was an active university student and a very kind man. If I ever made a mistake, he was always quick with a smile and a gentle correction, and my grades soared as a result. My parents expected nothing short of perfection from me. My day-to-day life was heavily regimented, and I lived in a consistent stress-induced haze. My time with Komichi was like an oasis from all that. He'd listen patiently to all my complaining and took me out to relax when I'd start to get frustrated. It might sound corny now, but in all honesty, he was my rock back then. Truth be told, I had feelings for him. Maybe it was that whole first love thing. When I was in 8th grade, he asked me about my future.
私の家は特別な家で、私は家業を継がなければならない。
The business was being shinobi, but I couldn't tell him that. Of course, I couldn't say I was applying to a shinobi school either. As soon as I finished that sentence, he gave me a worried look.
君の成績ならかなり上の高校を狙える。それなのにどうして
No matter how I tried to change the subject, he wouldn't drop it.
君が高校に行きたいのなら僕が両親を説得してもいい。
I was glad he was so serious about it. At the same time, I knew I couldn't convince him to let it go. Not by lying to him.
このことは誰にも言わないでください。
I believe in Komichi. If anyone could keep my secret, it had to be him.
私の家は忍びの一族なんです。
His eyes went as round as dinner plates. And why wouldn't they? No normal person would believe shinobi still exists in this day and age.
信じるも信じないも先生の自由ですが。
Yeah. Full on. This, like the story in this, it's actually, a lot of it is actually serious. It's a big contrast with the fan service stuff, but that's part of what I like about it. It takes itself seriously, but not too seriously, to the point where, like, not to the point where the fan service kind of messes with the tone, I guess. Because a lot of the times they kind of don't show the... Well, depending. The style completely changes when it gets into the actual big story parts. So it doesn't like clash too much. At least not in my opinion. Which I think it does well. In my opinion.
信じるよ。もう少し詳しく話してくれないか？
I was so happy that he believed me. I told him all about my family. He listened in silence. He muttered when I'd finished
よ
talking.
うやく尻尾をつかんだよ。
All kindness disappeared from his face. The camouflage barrier rose up around us. Komichi whipped out a kunai and lunged at me. I dodged it by a hair. I couldn't grasp what was happening.
先生どうして？
決まっているだろう。僕が悪人だからだ。
And he had a mission. To wipe out my family. He continued to swing the kunai. I had just enough martial arts training by that point to keep myself alive from moment to moment. Even so, he had me backed into a corner in no time. He advanced on me with a smile.
私の命を狙うならどうして優しくしたの？
あの一族の娘かどうか確信がなかったからな。
That's it. That's the only reason he treated me so kindly.
だったら拷問でもして聞き出せばよかったじゃない。
He'd been playing a long, slow game, and I had to know why.
拷問？ダメダメ。信用させてから裏切るのがいいんだよ。
His face had twisted into an ugly snarl. There was no sign of the person I trusted. It hurt so much I couldn't help but cry.
そうそう、それそれ。
Clapped in what must have been pure joy.
僕はね、そういう顔を見たかったんだ。
I bit my lip, hard enough to draw blood. I'd been stupid enough to open my heart to this man. So stupid.
しかし傑作だよ。
He laughed, tasting the tip of the kunai.
もしかして君、僕のことが好きだったとか？
That was when something inside me snapped.
馬鹿にするな！
That's where my memory gets foggy. All I remember is Komichi's face covered in blood. He may have been an evil shinobi, but I wasn't a shinobi at all yet. Just a regular middle school student. Good shinobi schools don't accept criminals regardless of the circumstances. I would never be a good shinobi. That path closed to me that day. My parents were ashamed of me, infuriated. No matter how I tried to explain things to them, they were having none of it. They disowned me. I was left to the streets. I'd been betrayed by a man I trusted and abandoned by my parents. I wandered the streets aimlessly, utterly alone. Being completely unwanted and unneeded by anyone is an awful lot like being dead. To be honest, that's how I felt. I must have looked like some wandering ghost, shambling all over the place.
ようやく見つけた。あなたね、小道を半殺しにしたの。
An unknown woman called to me from a back alley.
だったら何？
I replied, annoyed. She showed me a brochure for a newly built shinobi school.
エビ女子学園。
It was a school for training evil shinobi. Evil, but still shinobi. I still had my childhood dreams of becoming a shinobi and couldn't throw away this last chance to make them come true. I signed the application where she showed me. They put a burlap sack over my head and took me someplace dark. When they pulled the bag off, I found myself in an interview room. There, I saw a politician I recognized from TV.
私をこの学校に入れてくれるのか？
At my frankness, he tilted his head.
なぜそんなことを聞く？
私はあんたたちの仲間小道って男を半殺しにしたからだ。
He gave me a very cool smile.
過去など関係ない。蛇女はどんな人間でも受け入れる。
The politician pressed his stamp on my entry application. I had made it.
知っているかね？悪は善よりも寛容なんだ。
My mentor betrayed me. My parents abandoned me. I thought I was worthless, better off dead. Yet Hebijo still took me in. And so I was reborn as Homura, the evil shinobi. Most don't bother to recognize the truth. The truth that good discards some people. That evil saves some people. I studied the photo on the application. Yes, no doubt about it. This is Komichi's little sister. The little sister who apparently wants to kill me. Maybe she doesn't know that I met Hebijo.
学校で会ったら殺し合いになるかもな。
I press my seal on her application. Hebijo accepts anyone. Even someone who wants you dead. I begin to laugh without realizing it. Well, at least this'll be interesting. My school life is going to get that much more exciting. The evil shinobi life is the greatest. When the people I love most cast me aside, my heart stopped beating. But when I'm in the heat of battle, I still feel alive. That's how it is. If I'm not fighting as a shinobi, I'm no better than a corpse. I finish stamping the forms and take out the super secret ninja art scroll. Let's see just what this thing can do. Obviously, I'll be targeting Hanzo Academy. Not only was their scroll stolen, but they're going to be crushed by the very power they lost. I'd love to see the look on Asuka's face. Can't help picturing it. I can't stop myself from laughing uproariously. And now the regular cutscene type thing.
ねえ、カツネ、ひばりちゃんのことを見なかった？いや、見てないぜ。
Alright. Since I switched to costumes.
そう。いや、なんか心配で、ヤニューちゃんのことで責任を感じてたみたいだから。ひばりのことなら心配無用だ。
See, whose voice is that? That's probably Homura, right?
ホムラちゃん？お前、何しに来た？それに心配無用ってどういう意味だ？ひばりはヘビ女の生徒になった。そういうことだ。何を言ってるの？ひばりはヘビ女に転校した。だから、お前たちのところにはもう帰ってこない。ひばりちゃんが半蔵学院を辞めるわけがない。変な嘘をつかないで。私は嘘などついていない。そんなの絶対に信じない。嘘だって言ったら嘘だ。まあいい。あくまで私が嘘をついているというのなら、力ずくで本当のことを言わせればいい。
Maybe I should set it to where the costumes are default in these scenes. Yeah, I might do that. Yeah, probably I will do that. Well, I'll have to wait till... I'll do regular, I guess. This one's a dress. One-piece dress. Okay, let me see if I can change it from here. Oh no, I can't. I'm gonna have to wait till Gonna have to wait until after I finish this. Oops. I keep getting the timing wrong. There we go. If you get the timing wrong on the purple ones, it does a guard break. Oh, and the guard break does a stun. Nope. Yeah. 2D Senran Fighter would be really good. I think, I don't know if it does the parries, but at least for also air parries. But yeah, what I was gonna say was in BB Tag, Yumi, the Senran Kagura character that's in that, has the aerial raves at least. But yeah, Senran Fighter with parries would be really cool. Oh, I think I missed the parry for that one. Nice. Oh, missed the timing for that one again. Okay. First rip. No, I don't think I parried that one. I might have blocked it, but... keep missing the timing. Nice. Oh, I guess since it's a 2 attack, it did 2. That one's a bit too fast, so I kind of don't have the timing for it down. Ah, missed the timing on that one too. Ugh. The fast ones I still have a hard time getting the timing for. Come on. There we go. Ah. Oh no, never mind, I can still do it. It was the second rip, not the thing. The second rip, not the end of the fight. Oof, my stomach growled.
らしい。これが超秘伝忍法書の力か。体中に力がみなぎってくる。今ならどんな忍術でも使えそう。どうしたアスカ、体が震えているぞ。
Alright, I just remembered. I think I'm.
もういい。しらけたよ。アリを踏みつぶしたところで大して面白くもない。
But yeah, that I already mentioned that Homura is in. This Homura is in Nitro Plus whatever blasters. But I don't know if there's the aerial raves in that one.
超秘伝忍法書を奪った以上、お前たちに興味はなくなった。さらばだ。ホムラちゃん待って。マリちゃんは、ひまりちゃんはどこにいるの？
Also, probably would have been more accurate to have her say farewell rather than goodbye. Since she used Sarabada, which is the more archaic form of goodbye. Oh, there were only swimsuits in the first one. Like in the 3DS one, which is probably more for the, what's it called? Nintendo stuff, probably. Everything else, at least for the non-Nintendo ones, they're meant to be underwear. Okay, let me switch that setting real quick. Changed outfits, disabled. 3-5. Oh, hold on, my phone's ringing. One sec. That was my mom. She was asking about what we have to eat and whatever, since she's gonna be out of the house for a while. Well, yeah, she's just gonna be out of the house, but yeah. Back to this.
いつまでも寝ていられない。ひばりのことが心配だ。
Because that's the kind of... Well, yeah, I get the irony. Well, not really an irony, just kind of mismatch of music.
あのドジっ子なら心配ないわよ。
Oh, no, it's... Well, I guess, yeah. It would be Mirai for her, since rival characters and whatever.
お前は
I guess that's a plus against using sprites, that they can do that kind of camera thing. But yeah, Mirai's was a school swimsuit in original Burst.
ひばりはね、デビ女学園に転校したから。
My stomach's still growling. I'll maybe make something after I finish streaming.
また私を無視する気。でも、ひばりの話は本当のことよ。あんたを怪我させたことによっぽど責任を感じてたんでしょうね。超秘伝忍法書を持って私たちの学校に乗り込んできたの。
I don't think we have anything for pancakes. I was gonna, since we have some frozen burritos, I was gonna heat up one of those.
あんたの敵討ちのつもりだったんだろうけど、あの子じゃ超秘伝忍法書が使いこなせなくて。それでどうしたんだ？私の言うことなんて無視するんじゃなかったの？
Green and beef burritos specifically.
答えろ。それでひばりはどうした？だから言ったでしょ。デビ女に転校したって。
Also, kind of wish they'd vary up the fonts a bit more. This one's a bit different from the rest of them, but all these are pretty much the same fonts. Like, I kind of get why they keep it the same. I guess for sake of simplicity or whatever. Still. Blurring them could help, but...
ふざけるな。どうして敵討ちから転校になるんだ。
Or not blurry, vary. Like, change up the fonts. So they're not all the exact same font.
聞きたい？ああ、聞かせてもらう。
Oops. Accidentally skipped a bit of her
嬉しい。
dialogue.
ようやく私の方を向いてくれたね。
Oh, I don't mean about the characters, I mean about the backgrounds. Alright. Keep forgetting I put that on her. Let me check something. 3. Dodged. Not on that one. Can you go down? Yeah, you can. There's one. 2. Can you get back up there? Maybe. I don't know if you can. I think in the previous games there was kind of a, not really a wall run, but a kind of a wall run. Oh, probably you can get back up there by... Oops. by doing that. Oh, is that? No, that's not lost. It's just clothes rake. Yeah. Though I don't think the rival they gave her in Estival, not Estival, Shinobi, has an umbrella. I'll just skip this. I think we've already seen it. I usually skip them anyway. Let's see if I can get up there now. No. I think it's more... Ignoring, I think, is more... kind of like... maybe people kind of... underestimating her, kind of? Or like... disregarding her or something. Really can't parry her very well. Come on. Finish your taunt. Nope. Wrong timing again. It's a bit slower than I think. Now it's stuck in block because of that thing. Yeah, she's kind of hard to... to parry. Oh, her eye patch has a different texture from the previous games, I think. At least it looks like it. Kind of more... or kind of a clearer texture, I guess. Not clear as in transparent, but like more... you can see it better, I guess. Like you can see the texture better, I guess. Keeps trapping me in block so I can't try to parry it. Okay, now I can probably do that. Let's see. Where is she? Oh, there she is. Okay, yeah. Well, they're gonna... oh. Yeah, I've never had to wear one myself, so... it's not that I remember.
さあ、ひばりについて知っていることを全部話せ。またひばり？戦いが終わったら、もう私のことは無視。ふざけんな！私を無視する奴は絶対に許さないって言っただろ！無視しているわけじゃない。俺はひばりのことが知りたいだけだ。うるさい！うるさい！うるさい！無視される人間の気持ちがわか ちなど知らん。俺の質問に答えろ。
そうなの。分かったわよ。あんたも裏切られる人間の気持ちを味わえばいいのよ。そうすれば私のことも少しは理解できるはず。
Her lore, I don't really remember. It'll probably, because I am gonna be doing the Heavy Joe arc, or Heavy Joe point of view after I finish the Hanzo one, so it probably says it on there, but I don't really remember it. I know one thing about her is that she does writing contests, or like she participates in them. At least I think so. But she does her writing on sample computers in electronic stores.
何を言っている。
At least in Shinobi.
超秘伝忍法書は私たちに奪われて、ひばりはもう半蔵学院には戻れないと思ったの。
Probably she's also kind of sick of being underestimated because of her stature. I'm guessing that's part of her character.
でも忍びになることは諦めきれない。それがあの子の夢だから。だったら残された道は手び所に転校するだけ。ひばりは自分の夢のためにあんたたちを捨てたってわけ。
そんなバカなことが。
あら、ショックなの？でもそれが事実。あんたはひばりにご出身だったけど、あの子の方はそうでもなかったってこと。残念ね。
デタラメを言うな。
信じられないんだったらヘビ所に来ればいい。うちの生徒になったひばりを見ることができるから。
So I don't remember if the previous games had this chin strap for her hat. I feel like it might have, but I don't remember. Actually, I feel like it might not have.
でもあんたにはヘビ所の場所がわからないか。それじゃ無理ね。
Yeah.
あんなやつの言葉、俺は信じないぞ。
But I really feel like I might not have had that in the previous games. I'd have to check. Oh, it seems like it's giving lore on that character with the file things. Hold on, I think I'm gonna sneeze. Never mind, no I'm not.
決めちゃいますか。どれにしようかな。決めときましょうか。どれにしようかな。決めちゃいますか。
I wonder if it's gonna be chapter 8. I mean, 8 parts like the previous ones. 8. 8. Yeah, it might be 8 for this one too. So 3 more, including this one. And this one doesn't have one of those things, so it's fine not to pick them up.
緊張するな。いってらっしゃい。
I'm not sure what you mean. I'll look at it in a bit though. Though in her art, I think she's holding her short swords or whatever. Yeah, I'll look at that after I finish this chapter, or not chapter, part. About 3 years ago, in the city's famous sightseeing attraction, the Castle Keep ruins, was closed in the name of preserving cultural heritage. Excuse me. My throat's really drying out. Oh, here I am looking up at it. My thoughts a blur. Let me get some more water.
ヘビ女の校舎はすごいね。
I'm gonna drink some water real quick. Hold on. The Abichel stronghold is in the most obvious place in the city. No one would ever think real shinobi could still be here today, but here they are hiding in plain sight.
北の広場を案内するわ。
Ever since I transferred to Heavyjo, Haruka's been really nice, like a whole different person.
何？いや、
Oh, oops, I skipped some of the dialogue.
ひばりのことお人形にしたいとか言わなくなったから。
She giggles at me.
当たり前じゃない。ヘビ女の仲間をお人形にしてどうするのよ。
Friends. I did agree to transfer here. Still, I could never think of Haruka or the others as friends. Yet that's what she just called me. That brings out a whole lot of very uncomfortable feelings. School accepted me without a second thought, but to actually be treated as one of them, it's shocking. I'd figured the Hebijo stones were all a bunch of loners, too cool for friends. My thoughts are in a sickening whirl as Haruka gives me the tour. There are 4 different areas inside. The first is Northgate Square. Gravel's been laid down throughout the area, which is so big that a 5-lane 100-meter track could fit inside.
これだけ広い場所なのに使ってないの？ちゃんと使っているわよ。
She stomps on the gravel underfoot. I hear a faint voice groaning beneath us.
甘い。何をされても声を出すな。
She bellows at the ground, then stomps several more
こ
times.
こは地面と同化する訓練をするところなの。
I gaze at the gravel laid on the ground. Now that I look, I see about 20 subtle little lumps here and there.
始めてからかれこれ30時間くらいになるかしら。そんなにやるの？そんなにって半分も経ってないわよ。
As she says that, she passes under the north gate. I have to rush to keep up with her. But yeah, Haruka is a bit of the sadistic kind of character. A little bit. It opens up the main hall area. It opens up to the main hall area, with a garden and a passage separated by trees. You can see the castle keep directly ahead, but a high wall stands in the way. Stand in the way. We'd have to go around the west gate to actually reach it.
次が南門よ。
Next is the south. Oh, wait. That's. I'm kind of. Anyway, there's a long bridge in the south gate area. It extends from far to the south all the way to the castle keep. As we look out over the bridge, I notice bubbles popping in the water. There's a bamboo pipe swaying down there. A shinobi student must be practicing the water escape technique.
それじゃ敵に気づかれる。
Haruka flings a kunai. Blood billows in the water. A wounded student comes floating up.
そこまでしなくても。失敗の許される学生のうちに体で覚えないと。その方が本人のためになるんだから。
The student crawls to shore, then bows before Haruka.
ご指導ありがとうございます。さあ、最後に天守閣案内するわね。
As I follow Haruka, I sense someone watching me. I look around, but there's no one there.
早く行くわよ。
Just my imagination, I guess. I try to keep a close eye on my surroundings as I chase after her. Inside it looks even more luxurious than when it was a tourist spot. There are a ton of Japanese-style rooms with elegant sliding screens. It's hard to tell which way is a dead end and which way will get you where you need to go. Must be structured to confuse invaders. I noticed lectures taking place in several rooms. Each class has a lot of students. At Hanzo we only ever had 5 at a time. Everyone seems so focused I can't tell but stop and stare. It's the same here. The Hebijo are taught just like we are. It makes sense when you think about it. I've just never given it any thought before. The Hebijo students are the enemy. Cold-blooded minions of evil. Cold-blooded minions of evil. Not like us. At least that's how I always thought of them. None of that is really true. Hebijo and Hanzo academies aren't that different. They have friends they trust. They study really hard. They live just like any other shinobi students. For me, that's a shock. It makes me question everything I believed in up until now. Before I know it, we've reached the top floor. I snap back to reality and see the shinobi chatting with each other. Without paying me any mind, they keep on chatting away. I don't get what they're talking about, but they keep at it as if Haruka and I aren't here. As Haruka requests, I stick my head out the window. I can see an incredible view of the whole town. I see a bunch of shinobi students training below the castle keep. One group is marching while another is working on practical skills. Hebijo has a lot more students than Hanzo Academy, but otherwise it does seem basically the same. That's when it hits me. The only difference between Hebijo and Hanzo Academy is who's employing us. As shinobi, our business is the same. Come to think of it, it's kind of silly for our two schools to be fighting each other in the first place. What is a good shinobi? What is an evil shinobi? These little questions are swelling up inside of me. A little while later, Hebijo's other two elites arrive on the top floor. With us, one after the other. Homura and the girl who shot Yagyu. I can't let that go, but it was my fault it happened. I'm not sure it'd be ableist. I think it's more like kind of the difference between a private school and a public school. Except without the what's it called? The mandatory attendance. Like the difference between like the highest college universities and whatever, and like the smaller ones. That kind of thing. kind of a prestige of going to that kind of school. As I start pondering that again, Haruka talks to the other girls.
みんな転校してきたひばりよ。よろしくお願いします。
The girl who shot Yagyu slowly approaches
ミラ
me.
よ。よろしく。
She holds up a kunai.
私を無視したら殺すからね。無視なんかしません。
I answer in a rush and Mirai turns her back on me.
無視をしないのなら普通に付き合ってあげるわ。
The two who were talking before, Yomi and Hikage, come over. Yeah, Mirai, she kind of becomes like, oh yeah, that too. She's the more kind of less composed type of what's the word, Chuni. Because she, especially in the later games, she gets kind of a lot more frantic, I guess, in her characterization. She's not as composed, I guess. Which I think is kind of funny, I guess. Like how they present it. Yomi looks me over head to toe. She snorts in a ladylike way.
中流階級ってこと毒にも薬にもならないですわね。ええやん、そんなこと。よくないですか
Hikage's remark has set her off, and I don't understand why.
よろしくお願いします。よろしゅう。
I timidly call out to Yomi, who's facing away from me.
もやし、美味しいですよね。
Her expression changes completely.
もやし、好きですね。はい。でしたら、最近のもやしのクオリティについてはどういう意見をお持ちで私は
Yomi starts rambling about bean sprouts, eye shining. Hikage gives the vaguest hint of a smile.
助かった。もやしの話に付き合ってくれるやつが来てくれて。
Yomi's sprout talk grows more and more passionate. Homono hops up and hides the super secret ninja art scroll in the ceiling. Then we all exit the upper level room. That could be my chance. If I can get a moment alone, I can take back the scroll. That's why I transferred here to begin with. I don't care if everyone at Hanzo already thinks I'm a traitor. I'll stop at nothing to get the super secret ninja art scroll back. If I don't, I can never show my face to them again.
あ、さっきの部屋にお財布を忘れてきちゃった。ひばり、取ってきてくれる？そういうのは後輩の仕事でしょ？
I'll be in there alone. This could be it.
行ってくる。
I jog back up to the top floor. I stare up the ceiling. The super secret ninja art scroll is right up there. I can grab it in one jump. Question is, what then? How would I get it back to Hanzo Academy without being discovered? I don't have time for this. They'll get suspicious if I take too long. I'll get the scroll first, then work out the rest afterwards.
取るならさっさと取れば。
I spin around to meet Haruka's icy stare. Fight time. One-on-one fight even.
ほら、迷ってないで超秘伝にポーション取ったら。
I thought they would have put her in a heavy Joe uniform.
ひばりを試したの？まあね。超秘伝にポーションに手を出したら私のお人形にするだけ。手を出さなければ。手を出さなければ本当に仲間になれるかもね。 お願い見逃して。ひばりは戦いたくないの。どうして？だってひばり見ちゃったから。ヘビ女も半蔵もそこにいる生徒たちは何にも違いはないって。一生懸命に忍びになろうとしている高校生なんだって。私が聞いているのは超秘伝忍法書を取り返すのかってことなんだけど。はるかさん分かって。ここはね、ヘビ女よ。分かってほしければヘビ女のルールに従いなさい。ヘビ女のルール？
Oh, about what? I've been listening to the story stuff and reading it out.
勝者は絶対である。
No, I didn't notice that she was missing a nose. I did say it already, that I think some of the CGs, or at least some of them, are from the 3DS game, but I could be wrong about that. But I mentioned since the aspect ratio on those are kind of different, there's like a black bar on each side. Okay, it's what I'm on right from the start. Let me check for that. I don't think there is. Yeah, there's not. Okay. Nice. I think she hit herself with her thing. Oh no, that was because of the thing that I did. Oops. Also, this room might be a bit hard to fight in since the ceiling's so low. It'll kind of mess with the camera a bit. No, I don't think it is. It's because of the charge thing. Anybody's charged attack has an electrical stun property thing, and I had forgotten about it. Ah. But yeah, I usually forget about the different attack properties, especially since I don't really use the ones that have properties too often, since you have to charge them up. It might be better to use them a bit more often, at least when they're taunting. Because taunting leaves them open. Oops. Ah. Keep messing up the timing. Well, I hadn't been messing up the timing, but that time I did. And then I got caught on the ceiling. Ah. There we go. Or at least they make it more uniform, so you're not getting stuck on stuff. But no, they put that thing at the... Oh, that was a counter. I didn't realize I had done the timing right on that one. Okay. I'm getting used to getting those finishers out. More story time.
まだ終わっていないんだ。よくわかったわね。今のは私の不熱。どうして自分で戦わないの？はるかさんが自分で戦えばひばりより強いはずなのに。さあ、どうしてかしら。そうね。あえて言うなら友達が欲しかったから。人形じゃなくて友達が欲しかったから。もちろんホムラたちは仲間よ。でもそれは忍びを目指す仲間で同志って感じなの。私はひばりみたいなこと普通の友達みたいに付き合いたかったのよ。
Probably the puppets are like mechanical, since she has that one that she uses in battle. But with like really detailed outsides.
はるかさんなんてねって言ったら信じる？冗談よ冗談。なんかしらけちゃったな。今回のことは見なかったことにしてあげる。早く修行に行ってらっしゃい。私に勝てない以上超秘伝忍法書を取り返すのは無理。ここはおとなしく引いておきなさい。はるかさん。
Okay, now to look at that, well, both the CG and the character art.
決めちゃいますか。どれにしようかな。やめときましょうか。どれにしようかな。
This one, right? I think it's that one that you meant. This is one of the other ones. Library. Also, comparing that art to... Actually, yeah, comparing that art to... Oh, she does have a nose, though. It's just very... not very apparent. It's thinner than everyone else's, pretty much. Well, hers is a lot smaller, but it's there. It can almost look like a thing on the screen. Oh, this one. Well, that's because the general mood, Hibari's out, I guess. Yeah, it's because they change the how the character looks, or how their expression is, depending on the current mood in the story. Also, be right back real quick again. One sec. Okay, I'm back. But yeah, Fire Emblem Day. I don't know anything about that. I know. Well, I didn't know until I looked at the date just now. That it's 420 tomorrow. And Homestuck Day passed a week ago. Weeb Day, Weeb Day. I don't know when Weeb Day would be.
遅いぞ新入り。
ごめんなさい。
はるかはどうした？
ひばりより先に外に出ましたけど。
そうか。では先に修行を始めよう。まず多人数相手の実践を行う。不利な状況の切り抜け方を体に覚え込ませるんだ。ひばり、お前からやってみよう。
Oh, that was short. Well, I guess, yeah, since it's just gonna be practice stuff, like in story it's practice stuff, then it makes sense it would just be that it'd just be that. And there's no files. No, wrong timing again. Just do it right away so I get the levels for it. Also, the max level for characters in this, or at least in the previous games, is 50. I don't know if it's the same in this one, but I'm pretty sure it is. Of this game's, I don't know. I guess the difficulty really depends on how much you level the characters. Because if you just go straight through the story, a lot of the characters will be under leveled based on, I guess, how often they're used in the story. And then I keep accidentally going into hard mode instead of the middle difficulty. But yeah. I don't know if I'm under leveled for these though. For sure I don't have anybody at the... Actually, do I? No, I don't have her at the same level as the other characters, so. But yeah. It really depends. Yeah, overall this game isn't super hard or anything. It's a lot of button mashing. Oops. Also, I forget it. I don't think it does. If this character has any guest characters, Estival does, and PHP Splash. Oh, this game was in handheld. The original version was, but that one was a 2D side. Like that one was a side-scrolling beat 'em up. Or wait, which game do you mean? Because this one was PS4. Isn't Dark Souls on Switch? What I was saying. Oh, the 3DS one. 3DS one's completely different from this. I don't remember how. Well, aside from like gameplay, I don't remember the difficulty in that one. But yeah, that one was not completely different gameplay, but it was a different format. Side-scrolling beat 'em up instead of this 3D kind. But this one stuck since I guess people liked it better. It still had the aerial rave stuff though. Yeah, that's true. So the original one still used 3D models, so you could still have angle stuff.
どうも。それにしてもはるかは遅いな。何をしているんだ。心配なの？当たり前だ。仲間なんだから。ちょっと修行は中断だ。私ははるかの様子を見てくる。エビジョも仲間をすごく大事にしている。
Also, whoops, I accidentally skipped dialogue. But yeah, what I was saying was I still want the second 3DS Senran Kagura game. Also, original Burst, at least for the ones that were released in the US, Burst is a remake, or at least a re-release. So the re-release was the first one I got in the US. But that one added in the Hebijo storyline. So you could switch between Hanzo and Hebijo. Original one didn't have that. It was just Hanzo. Okay, this one has two. Let's see if it's another one of those visual novel things. Yeah, it is. I look up at the tower in Castle Keep, and it's hard not to feel a crushing sense of intimidation. This is a stronghold of Hebujo Academy. I'm brimming over with impatience. The receiver in my ear continues to emit a small beep. Oof. My stomach growled, and I feel like it might have been loud. I let Mirai go for a reason. I flicked a little plant called a remora flower onto her back. The remora flower is extremely sticky and will cling to almost anything, much like its namesake. It's also remarkable at camouflage, with its color shifting to match whatever it's stuck to. I planted a small tracker on this specific plant, and it's working like a charm. Suddenly the beeping grows more rapid, which means Mirai is closing in. I immediately conceal myself within the shadow of a tree. Moments later, I see Mirai appear with Homura and two of the others. But there's no sign of Hibari, or Haruka. I wait with bated breath for them to move on. Since Haruka isn't with them, that must mean she's with Hibari. I'd spotted Haruka and Hibari walking together earlier. Or at my best, I would have confronted Haruka then and there. But in my current condition, I'd likely not survive the encounter. If not for this injury. I pull the bandages away from my skin. It feels wet and sticky. My hand is stained dark red. Excuse me. My fight with Mirai had caused the wound to reopen. I'll just have to wait until Hibari's alone. I grind my teeth thinking of how shameless I'd been. I wouldn't have said that. I wouldn't have said what I'd said to the others if I'd known how things would turn out. Regret floods my mind. There's a long growl from my stomach. Back to the hospital shortly after my fight with Mirai. I fit the earpiece into my ear and hear the faint beeping. The beeps are growing farther apart. That means Mirai is moving away from the Shinobi hospital. If I don't hurry, I'll lose sight of her. As I turn to leave the hospital, the others come in. As I survey their faces, I grow exceedingly angry. My anger drives them back a step. I'd always known Hibari would do something reckless if a situation like this ever arose. If they hadn't left Hibari on her own, Hebijo wouldn't have taken her. They blocked my way to the door. Karuga's voice is thick with concern, but to me it only sounds like meddling. Hatsuragi's never been very sharp, but she couldn't possibly have thought that was my actual plan.
ひばりちゃんを探すならみんなで探そうよ。だって仲間じゃない。
I snap at Asuka's words.
仲間だったらどうしてひばりを一人にした？
Asuka has no retort. She simply hangs her head.
仲間なんて必要ない。俺は一人でやる。お前たちは邪魔だ。絶対についてくるな。
I push Asuka away.
柳生ちゃん。
I hear her calling me, but I leave the hospital room without looking back. Thinking on it now, I know I went too far. The blame doesn't rest solely with them. It's my own fault that I was wounded to begin with. If I hadn't been hurt, Hibari wouldn't have felt so guilty. That's why I have to do this. I have to save Hibari from Hebijo. I bind a strip of fabric around the wound, pulling it tight. I can't lose any more blood. I grit my teeth and refocus. I'll save her. I swear it. She's irreplaceable. I can't be without her. If I ever lost her. I'm afraid to be alone. Nothing's ever terrified me more than solitude. Ever since that day. Ever since I lost my little sister. She was so adorable and she disappeared right out from under my eyes. Suddenly, and without warning. Lost in my memories of her, I drop my guard. A sword comes slicing down at me. I dodge in the nick of time. Solitary lesser shinobi stands, blade at the ready. The shinobi whistles for her friends. 10 of them, 20, more of them keep on gathering. If I were at my best, I'd have options, fight or flee, but I'm not even at half my strength. I toss a bit of special pain-killing grass into my mouth. Bitterness runs across my tongue.
やるしかないか。
I bring up my umbrella and drop into a defensive stance. Fleeing is not an option. I'll fight to the death. And if my death gives Hibari the chance to escape, I wish I could apologize to everyone for what I said. I wish I could talk to Hibari one last time. Numerous as my regrets are, I set them aside and focus on my breathing. Once it's at the pace I need, I kick my right leg out. Stomach growled real loud, I think. I slash, and slash again. I stay on the move, never in one place long enough for my foes to draw a bead on me. So many enemies stand against me, yet one by one I whittle down their numbers. In my current condition, however, such tactics are risky. I really should eat soon. Hopefully this is the last one of the chapter so I can end the stream and go eat. Except it's almost time to feed my dog, so, well, that's still an hour away. I still have time. The more violent my movements, the wider my wound opens. I feel myself growing faint from the blood loss. Even so, I continue to wield my umbrella until the very last possible moment. When my vision blurs, I won't be beaten. Hibari, I have to rescue her. I can't give up. My knee hits the ground. I finally reach the end of my strength. A lesser shinobi moved to surround me. It's over. This is it. I close my eyes and accept the inevitable. An image of Hibari floats in the back of my mind. It was raining that day. On my way to the Hanzo Academy entrance ceremony, I looked out at the schoolyard and saw a girl playing with no umbrella. Oh, it's Ibari. She was stomping around in the puddles with rain boots on, laughing merrily. To my surprise, I found myself transfixed. She reminded me so much of my sister. No, it wasn't that she looked like her. But for a split second, I truly believed my sister had come back. She hadn't, obviously. My sister can never come back. She didn't survive the traffic accident. Ibari noticed my presence and ran over to me smiling.
あなたも雨が好きなんですか？
I didn't know what to say, so I just hemmed and hawed for a moment.
入学式が始まるよ。遅刻したら怒られちゃう。
She took my hand and started to run. Even now, I still remember the warmth of her touch. I hear the sound of a sword striking kunai. I open my eyes. And there I see Asuka, Ikaruga, and Katsuragi. All of the lesser shinobi have been neatly dispatched.
って言われたけど、ついてきちゃった？
Asuka gives an innocent smile. Ikaruga approaches and tends to my injuries.
応急処置ですけど、これで血は止まります。いやー、間に合ってよかったぜ。
Katsuragi looks as carefree as ever.
みんな、どうして？
The exchange looks back and forth.
どうしてって仲間だからだよ。
Asuka's words lay it out, plain to see. I had effectively rejected their friendship. I had effectively rejected our friendship, and yet here they are telling me that I can't hold a candle to her. I can't compete with someone that pure spirit. But maybe that means she can save me from my own stubbornness.
それで柳生ちゃん、現状を教えて。ひばりちゃんは超秘伝忍法書は？
I tell her what I know, and she tells me she's going to rescue Hibari alone. One person can infiltrate the castle keep more easily than 3 or 4. And she departs for the keep. I speak softly to her, steadily shrinking back.
ひばりを頼む。仲間になら任せられる。
Almost as though she could hear my voice, she quickly looks back at me and gives a thumbs up.
ここが蛇城。半蔵とは違った木に満ちている。
I forget if this is close to the climax of the story. I feel like there might be. I know there's like one big fight at the end. That's like kind of a different kind of thing than the rest. At least it was in original Burst, but I don't know how far that is into the story.
どこも見張りの数もすごい。私たちとは忍び学校の規模も違う。
But yeah, Senran's definitely shonen stuff.
ひばりちゃんの居場所は柳生ちゃんから大体聞いてるけど、戦闘なしで侵入するのはさすがに無理みたいね。
But for the most part, without like, well, I guess it's not that trope isn't as prevalent in shonen stuff, especially in like currently, but power level stuff.
でも今なら穂村ちゃんたちもいない。よし、行くしかない。仲間を返してもらいに来ました。皆さん、道を開けてください。
Possibly. And then with the other storylines, I am gonna do the Hebijo and doing this one. Hebijo and is there anything this way? No, there's not. Hebijo and the DLC story stuff. Yeah, power level stuff kind of Especially, oh, I guess the power level stuff when it's like all increments, I guess, is kind of just an excuse. Not an excuse, but it's kind of lazy in my opinion. An excuse not to be more creative with the fights. The action itself can be kind of good at some points, but when it's like Dragon Ball levels where all the fights are basically the same, at least in the anime. Yeah. Stuff where the characters kind of have to come up with ways to beat whoever they're fighting is, in my opinion, better than just this character's strong, I have to get stronger. Can I go down here? Yeah. No, you can go down here too. Huh. I think that's different from the previous stuff. At least I don't think it could come down here in the previous games. Looks like there's something over here. Oh, this is where I was, I think. That's not the right way. Didn't think I'd be getting lost in this game. But yeah, oh, the box is right here. What was I gonna say? Right. With Dragon Ball stuff, I really only have any interest in a couple of the villains, and that's it. Oh. Specifically Cell and Frieza. Did another one spawn in? Oh no, I just dropped it. But yeah, Cell and Frieza. They're pretty cool. At least conceptually. I might start reading the manga at some point, at least up to probably the end of Z or something. Because I have like zero interest in Super. Yeah, at some point I might. Oh, I just had an area transition. Didn't even show how I got up here or anything. And that's good depth of field, I think. At least it felt good. It looks good to me. That one's way faster than the rest. Come on. That's gonna bring down my score a lot. There we go. Yeah. True, but still. Really can't get the timing with these. That one's a slower attack. Way slower. Okay, so when it's like that, it's faster. I'll just go on the offensive, I guess. Because I can't go on the defensive with these. But yeah. I guess I just kind of have a bias against Dragon Ball in general. The only thing I've had interest in for it recently was Fighters, and I barely even played that. Kind of want to get back to it, maybe. Maybe at some point I will. But I've said before that I don't really like auto combos or tag fighters much. I think mostly, I don't think I ever actually did actual fights in it. I think I only did the practice mode thing. Like the combo practice thing. And I just left it at that. And I think I mostly did Android whatever her name is. From the anime. I forget which Android is which. 18? I don't know. Maybe. The blonde one. Oops. But yeah. Oh, okay, then yeah, 18. Just gonna go this way? No. It's blocked off. Oh, I guess I missed one. I think there's gonna be one more mode. Actually, it was just 2 that you had to pick up, right? Then I think I got both of them. Unless I'm misremembering. Let me see. Oh, right, story stuff first. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, it was just 2. Oh yeah, that's the end of the chapter. Yeah, end of the chapter. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end the stream now. Let me see if I can buy anything first. Not just that. But yeah, I'm gonna end the stream. I was stretching. But yeah, I'll stream again tomorrow. And then on Friday and Saturday. I'm gonna try to keep that schedule consistent. But yeah. And later. This one.